A very good morning to everyone. Hope everyone's settling in well. We should get started in about another minute or so.
Perfect. Can we get started? Is everyone settled down? Yeah? Perfect. So, hi everyone.
A very warm welcome to everyone present here.
Welcome
To
to
Inclusion
Inclusion
Now
Now
2024.
2024. This is my colleague and sometimes friend Ayan, who goes with the pronouns he, him.
This is my colleague and excuse me, not sometimes friend, Astha, and she goes by the pronouns she, her.
And we both work at Interview for DEI consulting and interventions.
And while we're knee deep for interviews DEI vertical, it seems that now we've unexpectedly been nominated as the in-house hosts. Who would have thought that we would have to include event management in our resume?
Seriously, Ayan, I think it's time to add Master of Ceremonies to our resumes if this goes well.
Yeah, I think it depends on our captive audience and only time will tell.
So, moving on to serious matters, today's agenda. We're gathered here today to really delve into the imperative of DEI, to embrace a shift from more reactive measures that are usually an outcome of witnessing or experiencing inequities, to more proactively and intentionally designing for inclusive, diverse, and equitable workspaces. Whether it's our spaces, or our products, or our solutions, and even our internal policies and systems, every facet can and must embody inclusivity.
And as we look ahead, design thinking, the application of AI and technologies are truly reshaping organizational structures and processes to a large extent. And this is where Interweave saw the need to convene today for all of us to discuss, deliberate, and evolve our approach to inclusion by leveraging design as a real catalyst for a real change.
And over the next few hours, we will explore innovative ideas, share best practices and research, and highlight the significance of design in facilitating equity and inclusion within organizations, whether this is through driving mindset, adoption, and eventually cultural transformation.
Now, before we dive into the program ahead, we would just like to take a moment to express our gratitude towards all those who made this conference possible. Firstly, we would like to thank our title sponsor, Flipkart, our platinum sponsor, Publicis Sapient, our gold sponsor, EY, and our silver sponsors, Sterling and Graham Housing Finance. Thank you for your support and commitment to our shared mission.
And thank you to all our speakers and panelists for taking the time out of their busy schedules to share their expertise and be a part of our conference. And of course, to our sign language interpreters for the day, thank you for being here. And finally, to all of you, our attendees, thank you for being here. It would not be possible without you. Your presence and your willingness to engage in radical DEI efforts are what make this conference truly special. Together, we hope to create lasting, intentional, and of course, inclusive change.
So to kick off today's events, we would like to invite on stage our esteemed founder and CEO, Nirmala Menon, an HR professional with almost 4 decades of global work experience across multiple industries. Over the last 2 decades, she has become one of the most recognized specialists in the DEI space in India.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ayan and Asta. And good morning, everyone, and welcome to hashtag Inclusion Now 2024. Thank you very much for being here. And this is our 5th edition, and to see a room full, and I think some more people are coming, is a huge vote of confidence for us. We are doing something right with our conferences. Thank you very much for being here. The theme for today, as you all know, is inclusive by design. As a team, when we sat down to think about what is the topic we would like for this conference, we looked back at all the work we've been doing over the last 15 plus years, and realized that we are constantly fixing issues. We are addressing problems. A company would call us and say, our office building is not accessible, what must we do? Or they will call and say, a medical policy is a very good one, but it doesn't include the LGBTQ community. What must we do? How do we fix that? Or they will say, we have very few women leaders, come and help us resolve that problem. So you see what I'm saying? We were fixing inclusion bugs rather than proactively planning for inclusion. So then this thought came up and we said, can we go back to the drawing board, look at the blueprints and see if we can design for inclusion? And this conference theme was born. Okay? Now, when you look at design, most times we think of it as something aesthetic. Most people tend to think of it as aesthetic, but it's a lot more. It's applicable across almost anything that can be planned for, right? And not just products and services, but everything that you can think about as well. And we've also realized right through history, design has actually influenced our behaviors and even shaped societies in a lot of ways. Take the caste system, for example. It was the socio-cultural design of that time that created the caste system, which marginalized so many people. Think about the gender role expectations that were planted into our heads several years ago, which created all the inequities, the gender inequities that we are trying to battle and dismantle today, right? Or take the products and services that are built for the dominant group and is ignoring and alienating a very large segments of our population again. So all of this tells us that design is a very powerful tool, and it in a way shapes our ability to access spaces and opportunities to participate in, to even the opportunity to create and contribute to the world. So we said we should look at design thinking as a way of ensuring that we kind of make more and use it as an inclusion tool. Now, when we talk about design thinking, at the core of it, it's all about empathy. It's about being able to put ourselves in the shoes of someone else, understand their needs, and co-create solutions. And like I was saying, it's not just for tangible products. We tend to think of it as tangible products, but also in the softer aspects of management, like building your organizational culture, your employee experience, your customer service experience, et cetera. All of that can be brought in. And at the core of it, it really is about putting the employee at the heart of all your decision-making processes. We all know that we work best when we are supported in the ways in which we need to be supported and enabled, right? We also all know that we are all unique beings. Each of us have our different mindsets, our bodies are different, and to have organizations ask for conformity on everything means that we are really not going to do our best work. So then the question comes, can we redesign our workplaces to fit the employee rather than the other way around, right? And it is possible, because if you look at companies that are thriving with neurodivergent employees or people with disabilities, et cetera, they show us it is possible for us to accommodate a wider spectrum of talent if we put our heads to it. Yeah. So, and design itself as a tool has expanded or now encompasses a lot more than aesthetics. It's about functionality, usability, sustainability, social impact, a whole bunch of things that we hope to explore during the course of the day. Of course, none of this would be possible without our sponsors. Yeah, so we have our title sponsor, Flipkart. Thank you very much for your support, very generous support from Flipkart, from Publicis Sapient, our platinum sponsor. Gold, EY. EY has supported us on that. And the silver sponsors, Griham Housing Finance and Sterling Holidays, thank you very much. And Moog Technologies, who always partnered us on our expert classes, which happened yesterday. We had very interesting 4 expert classes. And of course, thank you very much for your generous support and your trust in us to deliver to you each year. Of course, then our speakers are what will make our conference today. Yeah, brilliant speakers that we have for the day today. I'm calling out to them and saying a big thank you for the generosity of your time to curate the sessions and to be present here to deliver it. Thank you very, very much. Our deepest gratitude and appreciation to you for that, for your passion and commitment. And of course, I take this opportunity to thank my team at Interweave, the wind beneath my wings, honestly. And they've been working tirelessly to get pull these 2 days off. You can spot them by the dark circles under their eyes and say thank you to them when you see them. Yeah, so they really, thank you team for all that you do. And without much ado, I'm going to step off and let the day start. It is a day that's packed with fun and a full agenda. Please enjoy yourselves and be prepared to be challenged, amazed, inspired, all of those good things. Have a great day. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Nimi, for that inspiring welcome address. Your vision and your commitment to DEI has really set the tone for conference. And we're truly honored to have your leadership guiding us. Another round of applause.